that you got to be a little mental, I think, to do what I did. I don't want to like sound crazy, but you have to be a little fucked up. The fucking mindset of like getting up every day and pushing yourself. And you're eating 12 to 16 ounces of meat and 100 to 150 grams of carbs every meal, and you're doing that 7 times, and you do it day in, day out. You got to have a very simple mindset. You can't be social. You can't be out doing a lot of other activities. So you put on the blinders and you have tunnel vision on what that ultimate goal is. I was always on track with everything. I mean, everything was structured. I lived in a fucking box in order to be the best, meaning I had no outside. People would call me with their problems, I'd hang up on them. Like, the phones were off. Don't bother me with negative shit. And I just went at it. Like, that's all I cared about. Like, that was what my life was like. It was like go full fucking throttle every day. That discipline was there. I always tell everyone it wasn't about the body, it was about the mind at first. But I trained my ass off. For me, I just love to train. Like, that's what separated me from like most guys. There was times where I almost passed out training. I'm lunging with 225 on my back in the parking lot, and I remember just like, okay, no one else is doing this, so I'm gonna do it. And that was my mindset. That was how I like mind fucked everybody else. So I used to train in the middle of the night because no one else was doing it. And so people were like, man, is that the secret? Is that what Jay has to do? Is that what we have to do? And I did it almost to kind of like play mind games.
Is it rolling? It is?
Yes.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. We are going grocery shopping, but also going to Target to get an outlet enhancer because one was left in a hotel in Minneapolis. Throwback to one of our previous videos, as well as a shower curtain. What else are we getting at Target?
Snacks.
I won't be partaking in that. Maybe Starbucks. Usually we do, but we both already had coffee today, and it's kind of hard to judge the calorie content of Starbucks places. Usually it's pretty accurate, but my drink can be made differently by different baristas, so it's kind of hard to say the exact calorie content in coffee. If you can go to Starbucks and get plenty of drinks that won't inhibit your fat loss. If you're substituting like whole milk for an almond milk and regular syrups for sugar-free syrup, you can drop calories in a lot of drinks by hundreds. So there's a tip for you. My go-to drink, I'm sure I've said it before on here, is iced Americano, grande iced Americano with 1 pump of sugar-free vanilla and sweet cream cold foam. The sweet cream cold foam is really the only thing that's adding calories to that. It's like 50. The coffee is like 5, so it's pretty negligible. And then the sugar-free syrup is essentially 0. So there's a good drink for you guys. And I will catch you in Target and then maybe Hy-Vee. Depends on what we can get at Target. So what is this drink? Mango dragon fruit. Let's do a review.
Oh yeah, that's good.
That's good. Alright guys, so the camera died at the grocery store, so I guess that'll just be some B-roll footage for y'all. Anyways, this is a pretty typical grocery haul for, I guess, this far out in prep. This stuff here is all Shelby's. This crumble cereal is not mine, but I will be indulging in that at some point after prep. These organic apple, strawberry, spinach, fruit. What are these, fruit strips? Oh, fruit pouches. Applesauce pouches, good healthy source of carbs from fruit for her, for running and pre-workout, whatnot. Pretzels, because she loves her pretzels. Again, not mine. Organic fruit strips, really good healthy source of carbs, again, for running and pre-workout for her. Whatever this popcorn is, 50 calories per bag, so that's kind of cool. Avocados, very good healthy source of fat, not for me, for her. And this is ghee, if you don't know what this is, a very healthy source of fat for most. If anybody is doing a carnivore or animal-based diet, they'll typically have ghee in there. Again, not mine. That's for her. All right, this is where we get into more my situation here. Here we have rice cakes. These are the apple cinnamon. It's just one kind that Quaker makes. It's a really good source of just pre-workout carbs. It's not a lot of calories. It's just some easy carbs, easy to digest before a workout. I like these ones, the lightly salted one, and the caramel ones. I like all of them, but the caramel ones and the lightly salted ones are the lowest calorie ones. 2, regular just long grain white rice. I typically get basmati rice. The store that we go to has been out of basmati rice each time, or the last 2 times I've gone. So we're substituting jasmine rice, relatively the same thing, so not too big of a deal. Oh, bananas, again, not me, that's her. Onion, this is just a pretty basic vegetable. It adds a little bit of volume. Vegetables really have no calories. They're mostly just fiber and very, very minimal amounts of carbs. So I really just use onion for flavor and a little bit of volume. Egg white, one of the best sources of protein that you can get. Not cheap, but there's just 0 fat, 0 carbs. It's just egg white. It's a lot of volume for very few calories and very good quality protein. More protein is just basic tuna. These are 60 calories per bag, 14 grams of protein. Really cheap protein source. Tuna is always going to be on the cheaper side of things. So this is good for honestly just getting protein in with it coming from a low calorie source. And it's high quality protein as well. Here, this is already open. We didn't get these today, but this is something that you might find pretty helpful. It's essentially a tortilla, but it's made out of egg white. So it's no carbs, it's literally just protein, 25 calories per wrap. So I will use that actually to wrap egg whites inside of. So it's literally egg whites inside of an egg white wrap. So that's wonderful. A big one is fat-free cheese. You're gonna want to get some fat-free cheese if you're really trying to cut on calories. Most cheeses is really just fat and a little bit of protein, and those calories are really going to add up. Fat-free alternatives for anything that you can get, I would recommend that. This happens to be Kraft. They make a cheddar fat-free and a mozzarella fat-free. All right, the most important one for me probably is just going to be this 96.4 beef. It's really the leanest ground beef you can get. I think they make anything leaner than that. I started off the diet with 93.7 lean ground beef, but just to cut calories, cut some fat out, I switched to 96.4 a few weeks ago. It digests really well for me. For some people, red meat doesn't digest very well, but for me, this is probably the best source of protein. Next, shredded iceberg lettuce. This simply serves to fill me up. I don't care about the micronutrients. I don't care about the calories. I literally only use this to make me feel full. On this low calories, it's just kind of hard to feel full even if you eat a lot of food. If I were to just eat a bunch of rice and a bunch of beef, it would slightly fill me up temporarily, but just because I've been dieting for so long, I'm gonna get hungry pretty shortly after. Human body doesn't necessarily digest cellulose very well, so it just takes longer. It takes the gastric emptying doesn't happen as quickly, so it just makes you feel full longer, but you do got to be careful with this. If you're going to eat it pre-workout, it might not digest in time, so save this for probably earlier in the day or farther away from your workout and maybe before bed, so you feel a little bit more full before bed. Next, just some basic black coffee, healthy, fine source of caffeine, as well as kind of something to ritualize in the morning, something to look forward to, something to wake up to, something to kind of add some flavor into your morning, I guess. If you're going to have a black coffee, if you're cutting this is, or if you're dieting, don't use a creamer, don't use a milk, don't use like a full sugar flavor syrup, because those are just going to add on unnecessary calories. So get a sugar-free syrup. There's a bunch of brands out there that make a bunch of really good sugar-free alternatives. So I typically just use that and a little bit of almond milk. Next is I have 2 protein bars, or 3 protein bars really, that I go for. This is a lower calorie one. Kirkland protein bar from Costco. These are $1 a bar, so they're actually like super cheap as compared to Quest, which is $2.50 a bar, I think, at this point. These are 190 calories and I think 21 grams of protein, 22 grams of carbs, so lower calorie option, good protein. Second one is going to be the Gorilla bar, protein bar from Gorilla Mind. These are a little bit higher in calories, they taste better, they're a little bit more whole food oriented, so not as much fake chemically ingredients in there, so it will digest better. It is just kind of probably better for you. But again, a little bit higher calorie, but tastes amazing. Another one would be the Anabar. That's a really good one as well. But that is mostly it. A few other things I would say would be like a low calorie bread instead of a normal bread, sugar-free jam or jelly, Halo Top ice cream, stuff like that. Just lower calorie alternatives to maybe kind of curb your sweet tooth and just to kind of fill you up. But that is gonna do it for the grocery portion of the video. Oh, and one more thing, sugar-free or diet soda, 0 calories, carbonation, use that. It's good to hydrate and it's good to fill up your stomach. So if you're gonna be dieting and trying to get pretty lean, I would highly recommend a diet soda of some sort. They're usually 0 to 5 calories carbonated, so it fills your stomach up. Alright guys, so there's gonna be no workout in this video. Next video will be, I think, a chest day. So the day after that grocery video, I had a refeed day of about 4,500 calories as opposed to the 2,300 I had been eating. The reason for a refeed is just to fill your glycogen storage back up in your muscles, give you some more energy, try to keep your metabolism running as fast as you can. So I ended up having sushi and a few other things, some cream of rice, some trail mix, just kind of snacky things. I will show you the aftermath of all those extra calories and carbs, and that is gonna do it for this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Deuces. So in the last grocery video, or the last clip, so we had jasmine rice. I just physically can't live with jasmine rice because it's not basmati. So we came all the way to Target again to get basmati rice. Nice. So ridiculous. This is post sushi refeed.